What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved. And
it's
we are
been
here.
a long time since we covered any Joyner. Or Jelly Roll, for that matter.
Actually, it's not been... When was the last time we did Jelly? Yeah, okay, it's been a while.
The last time we did Joyner was...
was it DUI?
No. It wasn't called DUI either. Was either the Will Smith song or Devil's Work 2.
Okay.
I don't remember which one was the last one that came out. I want to say
I
think it was
just
Devil's
wondering
Work
if it
2.
was DUI because that's the collab that he did with I Prevail.
I'm pretty sure that was older than those.
Okay. Well, it's been a while. You can tell.
I think Jelly Roll was the one where he's like in the graveyard singing on his own.
Oh, so it has. Okay, it's been a wow.
Chasing Shadows or some shit. I don't remember the name of it. It's on our playlist. It plays quite often when we're in the shower. But
so we do follow Jelly's progress, and we have been cheering on from home because that's what we don't leave the house if at all possible. Yeah. But yeah,
unless he was to come through in town for a concert.
Oh, we'd be there.
I'd be there
in that case. Yeah, but we've been following his wins, and it is so beautiful to see him and Bunny on the carpet and
we saw
celebrated.
And what was it? He was on that show, the bar one.
Oh yeah. With Kelly Clarkson and
that country singer that I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
He was.
We were watching that. Yeah, that was fun.
We watched it specifically because we knew he was going to be there. I think it's called Bar Games or something like that.
Yeah, we watched it for Jelly, and it was worth it. It was worth it. But we're excited for this. We're here for it. Love both of these artists and their message. So
yes,
especially something that's called "Not Now, I'm Busy," because I'm all about self-care. If it means isolating myself from people, because people.
Right. Sorry, guys. I am also working.
Yes, from home.
All right. So, with that being said, super excited for this. Joyner Lucas featuring Jelly Roll with "Best for Me," and we already know the first 3 seconds has an amazing belting from Jelly Roll. So,
and that's only because it started by itself.
Yeah, when you go into the page, it's like, here we are.
It's rude. Right. I wasn't ready.
I wasn't either.
Yeah. All right.
And I'm horny. All right, let's get it.
Not surprised.
How can you love someone and learn to let them go?
Ooh.
How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay?
Yeah, I got...
Oof. Okay, so one thing I will almost always complain on, but I will never in this situation, is pitch correction or auto-tune.
That was so pretty. I don't care.
But in this given situation, it was used perfectly.
Right. It was used as an addition, not an enhancer.
Right.
Like, if you can't sing it, probably don't do it. But if you can, and you can make it better in the tone of the song, then it's a tool, guys. It's a tool.
Knocked it out the park. Sounded amazing.
But is it love if you have to ask for them to stay? I mean, like, I suppose it depends on the situation. I mean, seriously, like, what kind of staying are we talking about, too?
It looks like here he, OD'd.
Well, yes, that came after what Jelly stated, but yes.
Right. Let's see where it goes.
If you have to ask if they'll stay.
Yeah, I got somebody I love. Someone who's really important to me, but now they addicted to drugs. Someone who not who they used to be, and we ain't been keeping in touch. I ain't gonna say any names at all, cause I don't want no one to judge. But I wrote the song, I hope when they hear it, they'll never forget who they was. I hope you feeling your spirit enough. I wanna just tell you I love you in case that you really don't hear it as much. I know we ain't talked in a while, but fuck it, I really don't care what it was. I wanna reach out, but you keep on shutting me down. You ain't been caring as much. What the fuck happened to you? You losing I never thought I'd see the day that you let addiction ruin your life. Everyone calling that shit a disease and making you feel like you in the right. But I hate the fact that you really be using that as an excuse to do what you like or do what you might. And I keep on praying and reaching for you. I hope you look in the mirror and see all the things I've been seeing in you. Hope your reflection will send you a message and show you this shit is much deeper than you. If you don't believe in yourself, then you'll never believe in somebody believing in you. And I gotta tell you the truth, cause I'm about to lose it. And you in denial about it and just wanna make up a million excuses. Tearing our family apart, but you leave us scarred and everyone bruises. Every decision affecting us all, and if you get lost, then everyone loses. For real. And I'ma be next to leave. I know that God got a plan and you ain't fulfilling your destiny. Much as I need you, I will not be sticking around or watching you rest in peace. I promise I love you, but I gotta do what's best for me.
How can you love?
Oh, I have chills.
I've been there.
That's such a hard call.
I have made a life out of, I won't say a life as in like a living, but I have several times in my life completely cut people out of my life that I knew them being around wasn't
good for you.
Good for me. I guess it's good. I kept wanting to say beneficial, but that's not what I look for in people.
Yeah, you're not looking for a profit off of them, but it's no longer a healthy. It's become toxic because of what they're into.
And it sucks. I mean, quite literally, I had one of my best friends. Not like my best friend, but one of my best friends growing up, especially when I was a teenager. He became addicted to drugs, and I want to say like he got into some wild shit. Some wild shit. Like, we're talking like he was building tunnels under his house to hide type wild shit.
Paranoia. Big time. Wow.
Eventually got arrested, spent some time in jail, came out, and was talking about doing things with the local church and being excited to have a second chance at life. And then 3 years later, he was found dead. Not even 3 years. I'm sorry. It was like 3 days later. He was found dead. He'd been shot.
Yeah.
And a lot of us felt that it was probably due to drugs in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, we don't know for sure. It could have been a lot of things. He could have just been walking out on the street and somebody ran up and did it. It could have been
somebody from his past life, like when he was in the mess.
They never found who did it, though.
But that story plays over and over and over, and it's tragic. And I have had to cut out family member because of addiction. Also, quirky personality problems, but let's just say addiction. But again, it's
not an easy call.
But there was the whole part about because it is labeled as a disease now, using that as an excuse to continue, and that's a hard one because it is a disease, like the actual urge for addiction for external stimuli or depressants, like to repress feeling, is an addiction, and it is a disease, and it can be genetic. But on the flip side, it's something that you have to struggle with constantly if you've already gotten into it to get out of it. It's going to be an ongoing, lifelong deal that you have to keep wanting to go in the right direction with. But you shouldn't be using it as an excuse.
No. And being somebody that's been in the position where you've had to cut somebody out, it's a lose-lose. There's no winning. Well, okay, there's one win if the person ever eventually gets off of drugs.
Right.
If.
But like Joyner was saying, like
very small chance that if happens, right? So then the big problem is you cut them out of your life. It hurts because they're somebody you're close to, and you want to help them. You want to be there for them. But I've always been a firm believer. I will never, and I never have, and I never will help somebody that refuses to help themselves.
Right.
That's just
and that's what Joyner was talking about, is the almost wanting to bang them over the head with you're worth more than this.
Right.
You're killing our family. You're tearing us apart. And you saw in the music video that the friend was stealing from him to fund his habit, and that's so unfortunate. You hear about families where the parents are trying so hard to help their child, And all that's happening is they're getting wrecked. They're, bled dry, and then stolen from on top of it.
Right.
It's a nasty disease.
But yeah, so you can either spend a good portion of your life trying to guide them and help them, and watching it probably fail repeatedly, no matter how hard you try, or you cut them out, and eventually they're dead. Either
it goes one way or another. Yeah.
From one way or another, like that's.
But again, it's a really tough decision, and honestly, all the people who have found help in somebody else in ending their addiction, it's because they're ready to hear whatever it is that person has said, not because they haven't had people that tried along the way.
And here's the difference too. There are tons of people who have come out of addiction and made better lives. A lot of them we know that are like friends in the music industry.
Yeah.
And the difference is you'll always hear them say something along the lines of like, oh, I don't think I could have done it without so-and-so to help pull me through it. But the difference is they had a desire to want to get out of it in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That whoever it was that helped them, they were ready to hear what that person had to say, and therefore allowed them to help them.
Just to give you guys an example, now, obviously I was a smoker for 18, 19 years. Somewhere along those lines. And I had always said that I was probably never going to smoke. I knew there was an addiction there, and a chemical addiction, but I also enjoyed doing it. Like, it wasn't like I enjoyed the act of smoking.
Me too.
And like I said, I always told myself it was never going to happen. I was never going to quit. I don't care. It'll kill me one day. Until one day I was really like, I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I want to try it to see what happens.
No. He was like, I think I'm going to quit. And he ordered the nicotine patches, and he's been like almost a year and a half now.
If somebody wants to do something, they can.
Yeah.
You just have to have the thought process and the willpower to do it.
You have to have the right motivation from within. And it does help to have outside support, but only when you're ready, because otherwise they're just spinning their wheels. So it's not that they don't love you. And coming from the opposite side, it's not that your addicted friend doesn't love you. Like, asking them to stay, as in asking them to stay in this life. You know, a lot of times they want to be there with you and all, but something's going on, and they either don't care about their life specifically, or they would like for their life to be over, or, any of the above. But it's not a matter of not loving you. It's being wrapped up in something that makes your egocentric self take over, basically. Yeah.
Right.
You rest in peace. I promise I love you, but I gotta do what's best for me.
How can you love someone and learn to let them go? How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay?
Look, I know you've been calling for me. You hitting my phone, but I've been alone so long I'm harder to reach. I know you ain't saying any names, but I got a feeling you talking to me. I hate when these demons get in on my soul. I feel like I'm caught in the beast. How do I let go of something I know is bigger and stronger than me? If I could be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not who you want me to be. Nobody is perfect, not even you. So why you keep targeting me? I feel like we can't even have a genuine convo without you starting to preach. I feel like a dog on a leash, it's not what I need. Living that hell, wondering when I gotta leave. Like, how can I breathe? How you gonna tell me addiction's not a disease? Fuck do you mean? If it's not a disease, then why has it gotten to me? It's not what it seems. But you always be making me feel like the problem is me. I'm not gonna be who you want me to be. Like God decided for me. And speaking of God, how the fuck you know all of the plans he's got for me? So give me a break. I've been inching away from trying to get out of this dream. I'm drifting away. How come you only there for me when I be trying to get clean? My biggest mistake is me wishing that things were different. I felt like the drugs is made for sinning. That's why I've been stuck in the same position. Fuck. I'm falling, but I cannot budge. Been wondering why I'm in love with a strange addiction. And why the fuck you always playing a victim? A lot of this shit that you hate to mention, it sucks that I had to taint your vision. But ain't nothing left for me, so you can just quit addressing me. I guess it's just my destiny. So take me as I am, or let me be. Tired of you stressing me, cause shit I gotta do is best for me.
How can you
Let him be. At that point, and it sucks. It's hard.
I will say this, though. That point of view is valid. It is valid. Because a lot of people that either quit, who do tend to be more sympathetic, but then you get the faction that is super preachy, like, I quit, so you should quit kind of people. But it is hard to be in a position where you're shamed, you're judged constantly. And then to have people that you consider close friends also bring it up to you. You do feel like everyone's ganging up on you. You do. So it is a valid position. Now, is it clear thought? No. It's not a clear logical thought process at that point, because it is an addiction, it is a disease, validly, but that is not an excuse to just sort of say, well, it's fate, it's destiny. God gave me this path because of this, that, or the other. That's kind of a cop-out on both sides. Kind of a cop-out. You know, like, you want to be there for your friends, but you need to call them out, but you don't need to shame them. And, you know, it becomes a dance. So when do you cut them off? Either side. When do you cut them off? It's kind of hard, you know? And to say you're only here when I'm trying to get clean, well, sometimes that's the only time you see your friend that's got an addiction. That's when they show up. That's when they want your help. And then when they fall back in it, they fall off the face of the earth for a while. You know, it's again, it's a cycle, guys, and it's a vicious one. So I feel for everybody in this. Like, it's tragic all around. It's just tragic.
Let me just go through a couple of these with you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not racist. What was the
Are you talking about where he does the things from two different sides? Yeah, he's a pro at this. He's amazing at showing both sides.
And there's, to lesser extent, I don't remember the name of it. The songs made me cry tons. But it's the one about distracted driving.
Oh, crap. I don't remember the name either. But
it's like Shattered or some shit like that. There's that one.
I listen to DOA all the time. And that one's about the shootings.
Right. And I don't think there's anybody in the business better than Joyner at this. In terms of the call and response storytelling.
Sides. Yeah, presenting multiple sides of the coin here.
And he does it so masterfully and in ways that that just tell a good story in how he does it. So like you look back at I'm Sorry, and it starts off with the guy that is hating life and gives all the reasons he's about to unalive himself. Through a letter that he's writing to whoever happens to get it. I don't know if it was I don't remember if it was specifically directed towards Joyner or just whoever happens to find it when they find him. And then Joyner gives that post-death response, and it's just that, why did you give up?
Right.
Showing the emotion of the sadness, the anger, and the not being able to understand, and just expressing it so well. And then you look at, like I said, what was the other one? I'm Not Racist. which was the song that, I'm going to be honest with you, I think is what propelled Joyner to superstardom.
Which so many people thought he was the white dude at the beginning.
Right.
He does his music videos and his point of view so well that everyone thought that it was two different people on that track.
Right. And then you look at it again, all the other storytelling tracks. Like, I'm telling you, in my opinion, Joyner Lucas is the best storytelling rapper.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Not even just now, but I'm going to say
100%
ever.
emotional, too. Like, just...
Right.
Yeah.
Dude's just fan-fucking-tastic when he gets in this bag. And don't get me wrong, I like Joyner Lucas when he's doing his, I'm going to call it ignorant raps. That's what they call it in the YouTube,
right.
in the YouTube scene. We're just rapping about rapping.
Okay.
And money and women and
yeah,
stuff.
this is what I like, though.
But when Joyner gets in this bag,
it's incredible.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And I love it. By the way, they pronounce it ignorant.
Which is even more ignorant.
But it's...
Yo, you guys need to stop. Just stop.
No.
Stop.
You're taking it as a negative thing. When I'm talking, our friends are like, I'm about to go do an ignorant rap.
No, I know.
And they're excited for it. Like, that's just the term
Yeah,
they use.
no, I get it.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, cutting out letters of words and shit is, yeah.
So you can just quit addressing me. I guess it's just my destiny. So take me as I am, or let me be. Tired of you stressing me, cause shit I gotta do is best for me.
How can you love someone and learn to let them go? How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay? How can you love someone and learn to let them go? How can we fall apart on things we'll never know? Isn't it funny you can change your ways for someone to fill in your empty space? Tell me, is it really love if you have to ask if they'll stay?
No. He's an excellent director.
That was really good.
It was excellent, but it was also so sad. So tragic. I love the kitchen, though. They had just about every appliance one could ever need. No, that was a really good collab, and Jelly sounds epically amazing.
It was a collab we didn't know that we needed.
Right.
Just being
That
honest.
I have like post music dead space in my head right now. Yeah, like that was good enough that all thoughts have blinked.
That's going to be one that I will torture myself over and watch 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 reactions to see what other people thought of it.
Right.
Every now and again, a song will pop up and I'll be like, I wonder what everyone else thought about it.
Gotta see. This is going to be one that I'm going to put on my sad playlist and torture myself with when I'm sad.
Right.
Because that's what one does. Is it not? It was beautiful. It was definitely poignant. And I'm glad that, Joyner is able to show two sides. Because there's more than two sides to every story. There really is.
Right.
And as easy as you try and make it sound like, well, just quit. It's not. It's not. And again, it's a lifelong thing. So sometimes that sounds like way too much. Just gonna be honest.
Yep.
I get it.
All right, guys. That was like I said, it was an amazing song. And I guess I'll do it.
Yeah. No thoughts.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. Peace.